Hi guys, how are you doing? From the title of the video, I know that you have an idea of what I'll be discussing in this video. Before I do that, I'm going to say welcome, big up. I'm going to say welcome to all the new subscribers. I am going to say as well, welcome to those who have been on this channel for a little while. So I'm going to say all subscribers, new subscribers, because without you, of course, Destiny's Touch of Glam TV would not occur, and Destiny's Diary Uncut as well would not occur, because they are two channels and I appreciate your support on both of them. Okay, so with that out of the way, I am going to say as well, lest you forget, drop a like on the video, comment on the video as well, subscribe as well, share this video to your WhatsApp contacts, Facebook, all the different social media platforms as well. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a bit about UK summer, and the first thing that I'm going to talk about is sunset and sunrise. Guys, behind me, you would not believe that. Let me check. It is now 7:21 in the evening. Yes, can you see the sun is still out? So that is something about the summer in the UK, in that sunset is approximately 9:30 thereabout in the night, and sunrise in the morning is approximately 4:30 thereabout. So yes, in the UK, just to say that whenever it is summer, you have long light when you're seeing like daylight, and you have short nights as well. But yes, we are accustomed to it. That is about 7:22 now in the evening, and we still have sunshine. Okay, so that's one thing that is noticeable, is the time of sunset and sunrise. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is what we call the different things in the UK. So for example, when the summer comes, we eat a lot of cold stuff. So for example, today is one of those days when the sun has been out in all its glory. Yes, I know that some people will say that, okay, you hardly get warm sunshine all day in the UK. And yes, you're probably correct. But today is one of those days where we have had, sunshine all day, so we enjoy it. All right, I'm going to move on to what people normally drink during the sunshine, during the summer. So what I have in my hand in the UK, it is called ice lollies. So ice lollies. I know that, for example, in the Caribbean, we would call this, I think, popsicle, and you have others that you call Kisco. But in the UK, they are known as ice lollies. So in the supermarkets, when you go into the supermarket, you will see a variety of ice lollies to eat. One thing that you get used to. Another thing that you get used to, pardon me, allow me to enjoy it. Something else that you get quickly used to as well in the summer is that it is a custom for people to have company over, where they sit in their gardens and they have like a drink. Okay, so a nice glass of wine to end the day is something that occurs in the UK. Of course, I will not do that because I need to stay sober. I need to be able to construct my sentences. So instead, I am having an ice lollies. So that is one thing. Another thing I should say as well, during the summer, it is common for people to go to the pub. So people tend to go to the pub a lot during the summer. And it's just that during the summer, you can sit outside, you get to socialize more. Whereas in the winter, you know that the time is cold, so people are usually rushing home from work, Whereas in the summer, people make plans to meet up at the pub during, after work. So it's customary for you to find people at the pub, not just on the weekends, but during the day as well. Not during the day, after work, it is a vibe as well. Yes, for some people, yes, if they make arrangements, make dates for people to meet like during the day at the pub, then that is fine. So that is something in terms of the drinking part of what happens in the UK. You have to remember, guys, in some countries, for example, in the Caribbean, in Africa, you have year to year sunshine. I would say every month you have sunshine. Whereas in the UK, we experience the different seasons of the year. So summer is the time that we get to, let our hair down and to enjoy things a bit. Okay. So that's one thing that you get used to, what happens during the summer. Needless to say that is when you have barbecues as well. I have not had a barbecue since the summer has started, but I'm sure that I'll be having a barbecue because, like I've said, we don't see the sunshine year in and year out, so we have to make the most of it. So that is, I should say as well, another thing that you get used to as well is that you notice the change of clothes, meaning in what people wear during the summer. So for example, I'm going back to the Caribbean and other parts where you have year to year sunshine, you do not notice the change in the type of clothes that people wear. Whereas in the UK, because of the different seasons, you definitely notice the change during the summer. So whereas for example, in Jamaica, you're accustomed to seeing people wearing, like there's short clothes, what we call, the batty riders and stuff. You're accustomed to see it every season, throughout the year. Whereas in the UK, during the summer is when all of that comes out, because everybody is trying to soak up the sunshine because we do not get it year in and year out. And of course, that is when all the tattoos, for people who have tattoos on their bodies, that is the time when all of them are on display as well. So people take the opportunity to wear clothes that is going to show off the tattoos that are on their bodies as well. Another thing is that when it comes on to the summertime, it is customary for you to go into the park to see people sunbathing. Yes, you can sunbathe in your garden as well, but some people, because they make it like a social occasion where you have like picnics, etc., then you will see people congregating in the parks. And I have to say that on some occasions they are topless. So the shortest of clothes is what you will see, because we are trying to get in that vitamin D that we don't get throughout the year. So we are trying to take that in as much as possible. So yes, in the parks, the public parks, you can see a lot of people just sunbathing. So in some countries, you're only accustomed to seeing people dressing a certain way on the beach. But just to say that, yes, when the sun comes out, that can happen in the park as well. Okay, so let me see if I have missed anything. Oh, sunblock. The wearing of sunblock is very big in the UK as well. Of course, you know that you should wear it throughout the year. It should not be dependent on your skin type either, because the sun rays are there whether or not you can see the sunshine. So yes, people in the UK, they are big on sunblocks because skin cancer is real, people. So, and I would imagine that a lot of countries who would not normally pay attention to this or take care of their bodies in that way, a lot of people are more they take their health seriously. and because of that, you know that you're to wear your sunblock as well. Where the schools are concerned, I would say, whereas in going back to Caribbean, the hot countries, you're accustomed to having like light, your uniform material is really made from light material like cotton. In the UK, because of the weather, for example, in primary schools, you have two sets of uniform. You have one type of uniform that you wear for the winter months, that will include like tights. It perhaps will include, what would I say, cardigan, etc. Whereas in the summer, it's usually, I would say, like plaid, something cotton, something really light that the girls wear. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to insert some of the different type of uniforms that are worn in the UK during the summer, and that mainly applies to the primary school system, in that the uniform is different. Other than that, the boys, it's customary for you to see white cotton shirt, and you are allowed to wear like short trousers as well, so you can maintain the same color. Most schools will wear either black or gray trousers, so you can wear short black trousers or short gray trousers based on what the uniform is at your particular school. So all in all, these are the type of things that I notice that are noticeable. Of course, there are other things that are different, but just to say, one of the most noticeable thing has to do with the time of sunrise and sunset. Of course, you will hear some people say that, okay, England is a dark country. Most likely, the people who say that are people who would have visited in the winter. And quickly, what I'm going to do, I'm going to look up the sunrise and sunset in the winter. We already know that for summer it is different. Let me see, UK winter. Okay, so summer, we know that it is 4:30 a.m. is sunrise, and sunset is 9:30 p.m. Okay, so I have found what the sunrise is for the summer. Okay, so sunrise in the winter, I should say, is 8:30 a.m. So sunrise is 8:03 a.m. and sunset is 3:53 p.m. So can you imagine, even before 4 o'clock, you can expect to see, you can see night. It starts getting dark. So yes, that is to say that the sunrise and sunset for the winter is different to sunrise or sunset in the summer. So yes, these are some of the differences. Perhaps I have mentioned about 5 or about 6 of them. What I want you to do, first in the comment section, say what country, and you are going to say what sort of thing from the things that I have mentioned. You are going to say which is similar in your country and what is different. Thank you so much for watching this video, my family, and let us continue to grow together. Let us continue to know different things about different countries as well, because culture is big and it's always good to learn about different cultures. Until I upload another video, my family, I am going to enjoy my ice lolly. You have a good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon,